Hello everyone, welcome back to Advanced Weekly Update. And you know what, guys, it's hot outside and I have some water right here on me. I just spilt it on me as I was trying to take a drink of water during this hot summer day, John.
Yes, it is so hot out there. I'm getting used to the humidity here in Taipei.
Wait, you're getting used to it? Okay, I've been here for 12 years. I'm still not used to it.
No!
All right, but it is hot, it is humid, but we are inside, so we're cooling off. We hope you are as well.
Yeah.
And we are talking about travel this week. Before we get into that, I wanted to let you know our August edition is out. So if you have not gone out and picked up your copy, be sure to do that. We're celebrating Father's Day in August. Don't forget to get your dad something.
Yes.
But what are we talking about this week, John?
Oh, this week we're going to talk about something very fun. A honeymoon. Have you ever heard the phrase honeymoon before?
Yeah, absolutely. So you get married and you go on your honeymoon.
That's
That
right.
is really common in Western society, and it's also somewhat common here as well, I think. Maybe
Yes.
you went on a honeymoon, maybe you didn't, but who doesn't like to travel to a fun destination, right?
That's right. It's kind of a classic thing. I bet you've seen it in the movies where the couple gets married and then they drive away in their car and then they go to a tropical destination somewhere.
Yes.
A lot of movies from the West have honeymoons in them.
Yes.
In our article this month, you'll learn more about what a honeymoon is and where to go on your honeymoon.
So there's a couple of different ways we use honeymoon. That the traditional way, you get married, you go on a honeymoon, and you have a fun time, you go on a
Yes.
trip. But we also can use this when starting something new. Like
Yes.
you started a new job and it's the first couple of weeks and you're saying everything's going great, and your friend says, well, you're still in the honeymoon phase.
That's
meaning
right.
that new phase, and they're implying that later on you may not feel the same way.
Yeah, it's a really useful phrase, and it kind of implies that there's this time where things, you kind of have little hearts in your eyes, where you're just you're in love with everything.
Yeah.
And then when the honeymoon phase is over, then the conflict starts. So relationships don't have to be that way, but it's a phrase you'll run into. So where did you guys go on your honeymoon? You and your
All
wife?
right, so my wife and I, we just celebrated our 3rd anniversary last week. So we went on we were on our honeymoon trip around this time 3 years ago, or getting ready to go on it. And we went to Thailand, we went to Koh Samui, and it was amazing. We loved it there. We loved just hanging out at the pool, getting some nice Thai food, cheap massages, all of that was fantastic.
That sounds amazing.
How about you guys?
So we got married right during COVID. On July 4th, it was that Saturday in America.
It's Independence Day in
It's
America.
Independence Day. It was just the Saturday that worked out. And we were in San Diego during the beginning of the lockdowns in that first year. So we did a San Diego honeymoon.
Nice.
And it turns out it was so fun. San Diego is a vacation destination for a lot of people.
Yeah, so
we
you were
just-
right there, like in a honeymoon destination already.
in our own city.
That's
So
perfect.
we rode scooters around, we went to the zoo, we went and got a lot of good Italian food. We were in Little Italy.
Yeah.
But there are different kinds of trips, right? Some people love going to a city with a lot of culture. You could go a place like Paris, right, where there's a lot of architecture and restaurants.
Which brings us to our poll, John. Thanks
Yeah.
for mentioning that, because we have a few options for you to select. What kind of
check out that
trip
poll there.
do you like to go on? Like, what are you thinking about when you're going on a trip? Not necessarily a honeymoon destination, because
Yes.
that only happens like once in a lifetime, right? So,
Yeah.
but what are you thinking about? Are you thinking about adventure or culture or food, or what exactly are you considering when you're thinking about your vacation? How about you, John?
Well, one thing I love about vacations is a chance to go and see nature, just see what God has given us on this planet. And so I love nature vacations. Sometimes things like camping are really fun.
Yeah.
Or the idea of going to like an island or a beach destination.
Yeah.
I personally like. Traveling in cities is cool too, but I think in my heart I love like nature vacations. But there are a lot of cool places to see.
Yeah, it really just depends on what you're in the mood for. I see that 50%
I walk
of
into
you
my-
are
thank you
talking
very
about food, right? And I think about food a lot when I am considering a vacation. Like,
Ooh.
what good food can I get there? But something that more recently I'm thinking about, John, is culture. Like, is it a historical place to visit? I love to walk around and look at architecture. Like if like I've been to Europe and seen like some of the castles and the old architecture there. I think that is fascinating. Yeah. And then you go enjoy some great food as well.
Yeah, there are a lot of cool historic locations. The Great Wall of China, the Pyramids of Egypt, and these are also very exciting places to visit.
And so maybe some of you can tell us on the live stream right now, write into us.
Yes.
And one of you're thanking us for doing the live stream, and
Thank
you go
you
by
for
Walk
us.
in the Light. I like that that name. And we thank you for joining us very much. And also we get Sophie saying my dream vacation destination is Portugal. Great view, fresh air, yummy fish, and you don't have to pay too much. It sounds like, well, that sounds amazing.
That does sound good, and I think we're going to be doing an article on Portugal, maybe.
We're always doing an article on some place in the world. We've done Portugal, I believe, in the past and possibly in the future. In our article, we talk about Paris, Bora Bora, Bali, Venice, a lot of places here to take a look at. Do any of these kind of like stick out to you, John, as a place you'd like to go, to be on your bucket list for just a general vacation?
Well, you mentioned Paris, right?
Yeah.
Paris, I think, would be one of those cities that I really would want to see. I mean, it's seen a lot of ups and downs over the years, and there's just some classic places like the Eiffel Tower. You guys have, I'm sure, have seen the Eiffel Tower, right? It's the famous tower in Paris. I think you can take an elevator up and down.
Yeah, I believe so.
But I would love to see that, or Rome. I was a 1-year-old baby when my family went to Italy, and we went to Rome, but I don't remember it. Maybe some of you traveled when you were little kids, and you remember like 3 things from a very famous place. Yeah. If you have, share the story. But I feel like I need to go and really actually see it.
So a European vacation sounds like is kind of your jam, like what you would like to do.
I feel like I need to go see at some point in my life. Yeah. But I think in my heart I still would rather go to a tropical island or go to the mountains somewhere. We live in Taiwan now, so there are a lot of beautiful like rainforest, tropical mountains, and beaches to explore. So I'm very excited to explore once things settle down.
Yeah, and there are different kinds of vacations. They're all good, right? Depends on what you're going for, the time of year maybe, and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, do you have a favorite vacation, like or a dream trip?
I would like to go in Europe for like 6 weeks, right? I'm actually planning to go to Europe soon, but for a much shorter time than that. But I would like maybe when I retire someday to take like a couple of months and go, because I feel like there's a lot of countries that are close together. There's a lot you can see and do and enjoy, and lots of history, right, to see, right? So I think that would be great.
And Luna is saying she's been to Italy a few years ago, would love to go there again because she loves Italian cuisine. Cuisine, by the way, it means food and the different kinds of food you can eat normally from a culture. Gelato, tiramisu, yum. That's the cake with like espresso on the bottom.
Yeah, lots of people here like tiramisu, yes.
Do you love pizza?
I do, but I've never had it in Italy though, so I'd like to try it there. I'm sure it's quite different, right?
So I grew up in Chicago, so there's Italian pizza, thin, olive oil, just yummy, and then there's Chicago pizza, which is kind of the it's a deep pizza. It's called deep dish pizza, and it has the tomato on the top, and then a layer of thick cheese.
Like the tomato sauce?
Yeah.
On the top, right?
Yes.
It's like really saucy.
It is. Oh. It's like a pie. If you've ever had a slice of pie, but imagine pizza, the crust is crispy.
Okay, so that deep dish, that's what I love, and I don't eat that a lot because, well, it puts the pounds on.
Yes.
So, all right, we have another person chiming in.
Alan said, nature is always a draw to me. Me too, Alan. When it comes to traveling, that's right. But I also appreciate cute details of any little exotic town. Yes, it is really fun to see a different culture from your own. And I love shopping, and you can buy handmade goods from different artists that are there.
I agree with you, Alan, because I love the unexpected. I love that about Taiwan. Sometimes I'll go to a place and there's a cool cafe and I would never have expected it to be there. And I found this French cafe down in Taiwan once, and the guy was originally from France, had amazing croissants. I mean, I love finding those cool places.
That's so cool.
That you don't expect. So,
and that kind of goes along. Yuan asked, "What is a dream vacation destination in Taiwan for us?"
Good question.
So I really, maybe it's just because it's the farthest away point. I really want to go to the very south of the island and go see the beaches there for a vacation. But I want to go to the islands as well. So my wife and I are planning on going to the islands in Taiwan, and I think that's on our list. But for me, the idea of going to like a Taiwanese beach down in the south sounds really fun.
Yeah, there are a lot of good beaches and a lot of the islands here. I've been to several of them, and they're great. I think one of the best places I've been to was Tainan. I really loved it there. So if I could go back there, that would be good. Why? Because of the culture there.
Yeah.
There's so much culture. I love the art museum and the other museums and so forth, and also the food is great. So
Tainan is on the list as well. And then Walk in the Light mentions about Prince Edward Island, where there's a very famous book, Anne of Green Gables.
That's right.
And that I've seen the movie Anne of Green Gables, and it looks like a beautiful spot. So that would have to be a vacation destination as well.
Absolutely. Well, we're almost out of time. Let's check our poll really quickly before we go. Let's pop that up again. What do we have here, John?
Okay, so adventure got a quarter of the votes, 25%. Nature looks like it's our winner with about a third of everybody selecting nature. Culture and food coming in close. And
it's pretty evenly split, all right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, that's good. Like, you enjoy different things, and so you guys can all get together and enjoy all these kinds of trips.
Yeah,
right?
Sophie recommends seeing in Hualien, seeing the Taroko Gorge.
Yeah.
A gorge is where the mountains come together, normally pretty narrowly. And I actually don't know this spot, so maybe the cliff faces.
You've got to
have a
go,
lot of
John.
marble.
It's amazing. It's beautiful there. It's massive, right? It's just that gorge is gorgeous.
I've heard, I think I saw like a National Geographic article recommending that spot, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Thank you, Sophie, for the recommendation. We'll
really good spot in Taiwan. Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Yes, we appreciate you guys.
We're all ready to travel, right?
Yeah, I would love to travel. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Again, it really just blesses us. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so thank you guys for making that happen. It's a huge blessing. God bless you guys, and go on vacation.
See you guys next week.
Enjoy your summer, guys.
Even if you're on vacation, join us next Monday right here at 1 o'clock.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.